All right, so we're ready?
Ready.
Okay, well, thank you very much for coming today, Liz. And I'm just going to ask you a couple questions. First one is, what was life like before your treatment?
Well, just before my treatment, we had moved back east from California. And when I was in California, I was okay, but apparently there was an allergy thing. And then when we moved back east, I just turned into a zombie. I mean, I could fall asleep in the middle of drinking a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to fall asleep walking around in my house. It was just crazy. And yeah, so that wasn't good.
Did you try treating the allergies with traditional methods?
I didn't really know
Yeah.
what was going on. In fact, I don't have a lot of memories from that time. That's how out of it
Mm-hmm.
I was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have some.
Did you have anything else were you cognitively having trouble, or what was
I
it like?
wasn't able to keep up. We had a small business when we were in California,
Mm-hmm.
and I wasn't able to continue
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we did have a promising avenue to go, it just kind of fell apart.
What was your sleep like?
I thought I was okay. I didn't know anything was wrong. My husband had told me a couple times that I stopped sleeping while I was, that I stopped breathing. I'm sorry, while I was asleep. but I didn't. It just seemed foreign. It was like hard to believe. Wouldn't I know?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Definitely, you want to tape record this. 'Cause it's hard to believe.
Yeah. What was it that got you the inflection point that got you into thinking that you might need, or that you actually had a problem?
I woke up one morning feeling my airway opening and closing, which was really kind of freaky, I went to the doctor and explained that to him, and he seemed to think I thought I had the latest fad. He didn't really take me very seriously until I finally said, "So what is my husband hearing?" And then he decided to send me for a sleep study.
Yeah.
Like, if I'd known those were the magic words, I would have started that to start.
Had you seen other doctors before and described your problems?
No, that was the only time.
Oh, so you're lucky.
I had a long time. I had trouble waking up in the morning, and I asked a friend that was studying to be a nurse at one point if there was such a thing as a mini coma, because it was so hard for me to wake up in the morning. But I didn't really know what to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, that was so long ago. I don't think anybody knew at that point, because that was before
Mm-hmm.
CPAP had even been invented.
Oh, okay.
This was like the late 70s.
Way back, yeah.
Yeah.
The first CPAP was a CPAP made out of a pool pump. The guy who invented it had made his own mask, and it had this big ring around his face, which was really super red. And he said, "I don't care. It works. I feel way better."
Yeah.
So you have to admire people way back then trying to solve that problem. So then you did get diagnosed, and what was life like?
It took a while, because I was originally they didn't find it, and then I got the doctor to send me to an ENT, and I went to the ENT, and she said, well, upper airway resistance, and prescribed the CPAP. But it took a really long time, and I woke up in early January. I didn't get CPAP until like September, and then it didn't work at all well, because I have long hair, and the mask didn't work at all with the long hair. So it took quite a while before I got onto it, just for various reasons, delays in getting the studies, and I don't know what all. But anyway, when I finally got on, then they had set the pressure too low, and I went through a period when I was starving all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I gained 50 pounds before we were able to figure out that the pressure was wrong and get that up a little bit.
Wow.
And then all of a sudden I wasn't starving anymore. So that was bizarre. So it's been, and now I've been on CPAP for 22 years or so. No, 21, I guess. And I'm still tired a lot. It helps me a lot. I mean, I can't fall asleep while I'm walking, and coffee will keep me awake now.
Yeah.
But I'm still tired. So I need something different.
It's interesting, the survey results from this last week. We had 5,000 respondents say it.
That's great.
They report fatigue and being sleepy still, even though they're very compliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, which kind of means to me that the therapy is incomplete.
Yeah, they're missing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm on AutoPAP, and it doesn't see the problems I'm having breathing enough to,
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It mostly just stays at whatever minimum,
Mm-hmm. So what advice would you give others now that you've been through this process and you've learned what you've learned?
Do try it. I mean, a lot of people go on CPAP and they find they use phrases like "born again," "it's night and day." I mean, it can be amazing. So,
But your experience was slower than that, right?
right, yeah. So like I said, it can be, but it isn't always. So but it's definitely worth trying because some people find that, and then for me, it helped too. It didn't help enough, but I'm definitely more functional than I would be
Yeah.
otherwise. So.
And how long was it before it started working for you, with your hair and the mask and all that kind of stuff?
Oh, well, I made my own headgear.
You made your own headgear.
Not
Okay.
the mask part. I
Yeah,
use
no,
the,
it's like-
the old Adams circuit still too, because that goes in my
What did you
nostrils.
make it out of, by the way?
Oh, you're gonna laugh. I actually crocheted it and I put elastic bands through it.
Oh, nice.
You can make do with just the elastic if you have to, but
Yeah.
so my husband calls it my bonnet. It
Uh-huh.
also goes under my hair in the back,
Yep,
which is more stable
yep.
than just everything on top of my hair. Because I was found the first mask I had when I laid down and I went to turn my head, it was like this. The mask stayed still and my head turned.
Yeah.
Now it's leaking like crazy.
Mm.
I mean, they say don't worry about leaks, but they're noisy, and if it's like all leaks, that's no good.
Yeah, yeah.
So I couldn't sleep with it at all, and then so that's what fixed that. Getting the original mask went over my nose, and it
Yeah.
was a really old one because it was like 97, and then when I got the Adams circuit, which go in the nares, they have little pillows that go in your nares, and that helps stabilize it so that when I turn my head, it stays with me better. And then having the band that goes under my head at the back
Yeah.
to attach to works a lot better too. So.
I've always thought of like the CPAP is like a computer and the mask is like software.
Well, not really, but
Well,
that's all right.
yeah, it's the interface, right?
It's the
So if you have a
interface,
great computer and a lousy software, you won't get the
Yeah,
best
that's
out
true.
of it. Same thing with the CPAP. And I think the weak part of the CPAP device is that the interface, the mask, has always been really difficult for people.
Yeah.
It's getting better, but
Yeah. Yeah.
So any other advice you give people before we wrap up?
Well, mainly if you do go on CPAP and you start being hungry all the time,
Mm-hmm.
it's the CPAP. So
Mm-hmm.
do
Resist.
something about it immediately.
Resist. Yeah.
Well, don't stop using it, but go talk to the doctor and
Yeah.
tell them what's going on.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to.
Yeah. It makes the problem worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.